what happened? All of a sudden we were out of network. Well, physicians want to be in network. Bottom line, we do, because it's better for the patient, better for each of us, and it's better for overall for the state of Texas.
A physician describes being abruptly dropped by a health plan, meaning suddenly all of his patients on that plan were thrown out of network. That came up this week as Texas lawmakers heard two bills to fix inadequate health plan networks with inaccurate directory listings to protect patients from getting surprise bills they thought their insurance would pay. Thanks for watching TMA's Legislative News Hotline for Friday, April 12th. Much more testimony by doctors this week about a proposal in the works to overhaul Medicaid managed care, a plan to change prior authorization, this time for HIV and AIDS medications, heated debate over two bills about end-of-life care, and important bills on the state budget and raising the tobacco use age in Texas. But first, there's news on the legislation to ultimately cut the cause of surprise bills by holding insurance companies accountable. Two bills in House and Senate committees this week propose sweeping changes to fix faulty health plan directories and narrow insurance networks to prevent surprise bills. Marcus Cooper joins us with more. Marcus?
Brent, doctors are asking lawmakers to pass both bills, one to clearly identify in-network physician specialists, the other to hold insurers accountable for their health plan networks.
Medical offices and their patients rely on accurate health plan directories, but if the network directories are outdated, patients could end up with an out-of-network surprise bill.
My message is to make sure that our patients of the state of Texas are treated fairly.
Keller anesthesiologist Dr. John Scott voices TMA's support for House Bill 1880. The bill by Representative Sarah Davis of West University Place requires health insurance companies to keep their network directories up to date and communicate changes in network status to the Texas Department of Insurance. HB 1880 also gives TDI the authority to investigate non-compliant health plans at the cost of the insurer and examine the adequacy of health insurance networks at least once every 3 years.
Our goal of this bill is to make sure that the TDI has the authority to oversight, to look into these shrinking networks, and to make sure that we know they're happening and what's going on with them.
In the Senate Business and Commerce Committee, TMA Board trustee and Dallas cardiologist Dr. Rick Snyder supported SB 1742, a bill by Senator Jose Menendez of San Antonio. That bill would require health plan directories to clearly identify which physician specialties are in-network at network facilities, so patients and their doctors can steer toward an in-network specialist for that patient's care, so their insurance covers the bill.
Patients who are getting needed care at a facility, this will give them peace of mind because they and their family members can directly go online and confirm that all members of their physician team is in network. This has an added benefit of giving them peace of mind when they really should be just be focusing on getting healthy.
Both bills are pending in their respective committees. Brent, if that last bill sounds familiar to everyone, it should. Last week, we reported the bill's companion, HB 2630 by Representative Julie Johnson of Carrollton, was passed by the House Insurance Committee.
Thank you, Marcus. We'll keep everyone updated on the insurance reform bill's progress. Medicine weighs in this week on a bill in a House committee to reduce Medicaid red tape. House Bill 4178, labeled the Medicaid Efficiency Act by Representative James Frank of Wichita Falls, offers reforms to overhaul the Texas Medicaid Managed Care Program. The bill would update the fair hearings process, streamline enrollment and coordination of benefits, and simplify the prior authorization process. While testifying in favor of the bill, TMA President Dr. Doug Curran said he would like to see some changes to the final legislation.
And we feel like that we've got a bill that's going to come out that'll really be functional. It'll help our doctors take better care of our patients. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. The challenge we face is that with the state continuing in the managed care arena, we just want to be fair in that communication, very transparent, and have an opportunity for physicians to take better care of their patients under this condition.
The issue is a TMA legislative priority, and the bill was left pending in committee. A bill heard in a House committee this week would reduce prior authorization requirements for a specific set of patients. House Bill 3058 by Representative Julie Johnson of Carrollton would remove prior authorization for prescription drugs to treat HIV and AIDS patients.
John Carlo.
Texas Public Health Coalition Chair and TMA Council on Legislation member Dr. John Carlo told the House Insurance Committee medicine supports the bill to speed up patients' treatment.
I think the big challenge that we have is this prior authorization process. It may sound simple, but when we're dealing with all these different health plans who each have their own way to ask for this permission to get the prescription done, that's where we run into problems.
The bill is pending in committee. TMA addressed a Senate committee this week considering two bills that could further complicate the treatment of patients during end-of-life care situations. TMA testified against these bills. Some call Senate Bill 2089 by Senator Brian Hughes of Mineola a treat until transfer bill. It would require what some physicians fear would be medically inappropriate and potentially harmful care for an unlimited period of time. And Senate Bill 2129 by Senator Brandon Creighton of Conroe would limit a physician's professional recommendations and allow non-physicians to determine what is reasonable medical judgment. The bill's ambiguity raises legal questions as well, and it also could require physicians to continue medically ineffective treatment. Dallas geriatrician Dr. Robert Fine told the committee TMA strongly opposes both bills because they undermine the Texas Advanced Directives Act.
I think they both interfere with a physician's duty or obligation to first do no harm, something all of us learned in medical school. These laws would, in essence, mandate that physicians violate that historic part of our ethical code that says first do no harm, and they violate another part of our ethical code that says everything we do should be for the benefit of the sick, for the welfare of our patients.
Committee action on both bills is pending. Several steps forward in the budget writing process this week. The Senate debated and unanimously approved its version of House Bill 1, the state's budget for the 2021 biennium. Now, this session, the budget bill originated in the House, so the Senate considered that. So then late this week, the House said nope to the Senate's proposed changes to its budget bill. The House then named House members who will serve on the House-Senate Budget Conference Committee, ultimately in the hope of reaching an agreement. The House conferees will be led by Dr. Representative John Zerwas of Richmond, who chairs the House Appropriations Committee. Members will be Dr. Representative Greg Bonin of Friendswood, who chairs the House Appropriations Subcommittee on Article 3, Representative Sarah Davis of West University Place, who chairs the House Appropriations Subcommittee on Article 2, Representative Oscar Longoria of Mission, who is Vice Chair of Appropriations and chairs a Budget Subcommittee, and Representative Armando Wally of Houston, who is Vice Chair of the House Appropriations Subcommittee on Article 3. The Senate has yet to name its conference committee members. Let's check on some Senate budget highlights. The Senate would spend $248 billion over 2 years in state federal money. The House would spend $251 billion. The Senate's spending plan would instruct the Texas Health and Human Services Commission to cut Medicaid costs by $900 million. Senators also would not fund Medicaid payment rate increases, but they kicked that idea to Article 11, sort of a budget holding pen for later consideration. Also under the Senate proposal, women's health programs funding would increase almost $36 million in all funds from the current biennium. The budget also fully funds the AIM bundles recommended by the Maternal Mortality and Morbidity Task Force. A bill to raise the tobacco use age advanced this week. The minimum age to buy and use tobacco and vape products would go up from 18 to 21 years in the bill the full Senate approved this week, Senate Bill 21 by Senator Joan Huffman of Houston. One change, senators amended the bill to exempt active duty military members over age 18. Even this old military film we found has servicemen smoking. Health advocates say young military members should not be stripped of the protection this bill would give their non-military peers. The Senate version of this TMA and Texas Public Health Coalition priority issue now heads to the House. The House companion bill, House Bill 749 by Representative Zerwas, has already passed the House Public Health Committee. That's all for now. Please like and share this video with your TMA member friends. And note, no video report next week due to the holiday. With TMA's Marcus Cooper, I'm Brent Anier. Thanks for watching, and please join us again in 2 weeks for TMA's Legislative News Hotline.